We're stirring change with every sip, empowerment in every tip. Together we teach, together we grow. Pour the knowledge, let it flow. So raise your mug, let's start the day with heart and tech to lead the way.
Hey there, and welcome to Tekanna, where teaching meets technology. I'm so glad you stopped by for a sip of inspiration today. Here, we mix a little bit of creativity, a dash of AI magic, and just the right amount of teacher tea where we answer all the questions. So grab your favorite mug, get comfy, and let's get to it. Have you ever stared at your lesson plan late at night thinking, there has got to be a better way to do this? Then today's sip is for you. So, what makes Magic School so special? First, it's an AI tool designed specifically for educators, for us. Inside, you'll find over 40 tech tools that are there to help you, the real teacher, do real work like lesson plans, rubrics, IEPs, parent emails, feedback, and so much more. As we go through all of these tools that I'm going to share with you today, we're going to spill the tea. We're going to answer whether it's teacher and time friendly, how it is applying to education, and is it accessible for all of our students and for us. So let's get to it. So this is the launch pad. This is where all of those 40 plus tools live. All right, the first tool I want to share with you today is a lesson plan. So we're going to click on that. All teachers need a good lesson plan. And sometimes spending hours outside of the classroom writing lesson plans is not the most fun way to spend the evening. So this tool will help tremendously with that. So it's really nice. It has these little fill in the blank boxes where you just put in your criteria and then it does all of the magic for you. So for our example here, we're just going to say, okay, maybe we teach freshman biology. So we are going to click ninth grade. We're going to say they're learning photosynthesis. And we want them, if you want them to be able to do other things, you can obviously add additional criteria. And let's say I don't remember what my state standards or I don't have the list right in front of me. You can always just copy and paste these in, or you can just put the state and Magic School will go find that for you based on ninth grade photosynthesis in the state of Tennessee. And we're going to hit generate. And here we have a beautiful lesson plan. It has our learning objective. It has an assessment guide. It has the key points that we're going to cover. It has our hook with our opening, introduction to new materials. It has extra guided practice. It has the independent practice for those students that get done early or need the extra help. It even gives you different types of homework ideas and it aligns those state standards. Um, and you always want to go double check because it is an AI tool. It can still make mistakes, but for the most part, it's just done a ton of work for you and saved you a lot of time. Once it does this, you can either copy it and copy it into a portal or an online if you have to upload lesson plans. For your administrators or whatever, or if you just like to save them digitally, you can copy it or you can export it to a Google Doc or a Microsoft Word, and you can go in and you can edit any of it that you don't like. So maybe you need to level it for maybe you have a standard class and an honors class and you need to differentiate between those. You can still make the changes that you want to make. So this is tool number one, the lesson planning tool. It is definitely teacher and time friendly. It definitely addresses education. It aligns state standards for you. It gives you great differentiated assignments. It's an easily used tool to help check a lot of boxes, and it is easily accessible. Okay, the next tool that we're going to look at is the rubric generator. You can click it up here. I use it often, so it's at the top of my bar, but you can also scan for it or scroll for it, or you can just simply type in rubric up here and it will pull it up. So I really like using the rubric generator because it allows you to be clear in your expectations. When you create rubrics, students know exactly what you're looking for, and they know exactly what they have to do in order to achieve the grade that they want. So again, we'll be seventh grade science teachers this time. We want to be, I like my scale to be a 5-point scale. Um, you can choose any point scale that works for you. It's totally your choice. So then we're going to say the students will be able to, I want my students to create a board game that discusses the different states of matter. Okay. And then you can add a description here if you want. I am just going to copy and paste. We want to make sure create a board game that discusses different states of matter, including terms gas, liquid, and solid. We want to make sure that those words for sure are included in the rubric. Again, if you know that you're looking for something very specific, you can type it here. Again, I don't know all my state standards, so I'm just going to leave it at Tennessee and let AI do the hard work. And here, within seconds, I have this beautiful rubric. It has 5 different point scale. We also have the criteria. Is the content accurate? So you can see all states of matter are correctly clear and clearly explained. They included all of the key terms, and you could add as many as you needed to. Creativity and design, the educational value. Does the game effectively review and teach? Or is it just silly? Your choice. And then are the instructions clear and easy? Again, just like with the other one, you can copy this straight into Schoology or any other tool you might use, or you could export it to the Docs or Microsoft Word. You can also, this is the translate button. You can have it translated. So maybe you have an ELL student or an ESL student, and you want to give them their instructions and everything in their target language because maybe they're still on the lower end of their English acquisition. And so you can give them the rubric and the instructions in their target language so they understand what you're asking of them, and then have them do their actual project in English. So sometimes that helps. So this translation button is a great tool for that. And you can also do a read aloud. So great accessibility tools. Again, when we're spilling the tea, absolutely it's teacher and time friendly. It is going to be very clear with their education as it explains expectations well. Um, and it makes it easily accessible. You can do the translation, you can do the read aloud, um, all the good things. We want to check all those boxes. So that is the rubric generator. A different Right. Our next tool we're going to take a look at really quickly is the YouTube video questions. I know I have a lot of students that are visual learners, and this really helps a lot because we want to make sure our kids are staying focused, but we also need to be able to show them videos sometimes. They are so much in the digital age with phones and screens that they just naturally learn that way. So for this one, we're going to say maybe we're 4th grade. I want my YouTube questions to just be multiple choice, just to make sure that they're following along, paying attention. You could just as easily do free response or true false. It's totally up to you. And I feel like 4th graders should be able to pay attention and answer 10 questions. The video is just about 14 minutes, so that's about a question every minute and a half or so. You used to be able to just connect the YouTube video link. You can't do that anymore. It takes up way too much space on Magic School's um, platform. So now you have to do the transcript. This is a great little tutorial on how to do that. If that's something you guys would like me to show you, let me know down below, and I will try to get a video out doing that. But what you do want to do is you want to go to the video and you want to copy the transcript. Then once you have your transcript, you're just going to tell it to generate. And then here we go. In just seconds, we have multiple choice questions specifically over the video, asking questions that they're only going to get if they watch. And the beauty of this one is it does give you an answer key, and it tells you at what point in the video with timestamps that information was presented. So a student can't say, oh, well, they didn't say that, or I didn't hear that, or whatever. You know exactly where it's at in the thing. So that's really nice. And again, you have all of these accessibility options down here for you to use that however you choose. And lastly, the last tool I want to share with you today is one that is called the IEP generator. Again, guys, there's over 40 tools in here. These are just the highlights of today, some that I thought that some of you might find useful if you've never been in Magic School before. There are so many other things that you can do here, so please go check that out. But the last one I want to show you is the IEP generator. We're just going to stick with 4th grade. We're going to say that our kid has autism and ADHD, and we want to just get the IEP process started of writing it, especially those of you that are writing brand new ones, right? So you would list some strengths and some weaknesses. Okay, so we have some strengths here. Maybe our student is creative and artistic behaviors and needs, and then we just click generate. And there we have it, a beautiful IEP. Thanks for hanging out with me at Tekanna today, where teaching meets technology. If today inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with fellow educators who could use a refill of ideas. In the meantime, keep learning, keep creating, and keep spilling the tea, one cup at a time.
Spill the tea. Hey, we're learning free. Teacher friendly time in harmony.